Greetings, friends. This is Calabrios. Now, thinking about these, the question on everyone's mind, leading up to their pay-per-view mega fight September 14th will be Canelo Alvarez, Quackwa Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. has called him the Money Goat. Now, the Money Goat, in other words, Mayweather's famous defensive riddle, has thus far eluded all 44 fighters who have tried. Now, will Canelo be able to accomplish what no other fighter has been able to do, and either knock out Mayweather or win enough rounds out to outpoint him? Here's what Canelo will have to do in order to remove the zero from Mayweather's loss column. Now, although Canelo has knockout power, a knockout against the pound-for-pound king seems unlikely. In order to win, to put Mayweather in danger of losing, Canelo will have to accomplish several things. The first hurdle will take place outside the ring, and before the fight even takes place, several of Mayweather's recent opponents, Robert Canelo, Victor Ortiz, and Canelo has never been a fight of this magnitude. Now the pay-per-view fights, the pay-per-view lights are brighter. The media demands are greater, and the microscope Canelo puts under the next few months will be far larger than anything as it experienced before. Canelo has to train for the fight of his life in an atmosphere where distractions occur daily. On top of all this, Mayweather is notorious for doing everything in his power to get inside the minds of his opponents before big fights. Now, with the long press tour coming soon, Mayweather should have plenty of opportunities to do so. Canelo can't buy into it, and from what I've seen of him so far, the chances are he won't. Mikol Cotto took a humble and business-like approach to his fight against Mayweather, and it is probably best for Canelo to do the same. There'll be enough work to prepare for inside the ring without wasting time on matters occurring outside of it. Now, Calabrios doesn't think that Canelo will have a relatively large amount of trouble making the weight, as the fight is occurring at a catchweight at 152 instead of the light middleweight slam at 154, at which Canelo fought Cintron April, and Mayweather fought Cotto in 2012. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Canelo balloons to 170 pounds again for the fight, where we will see, a different result, considering the lighter Mayweather and the 152-pound weighing limit. Now, Calabrios is a little surprised that the 152-pound catchweight agreement was reached, but apparently no rehydration limit. And the money team initially expressed some hesitancy about the size differential between the two fighters. I mean, at any rate, there should be a, palpable size difference between the two boxers on fight night, one that was easily observed from anywhere inside the MGM grounds on September the 14th. Now, with that being said, Canelo's second objective should be to get off to a fast start. Now, Mayweather has claimed that he does not prepare for fighters, he prepares for fights. Nonetheless, his incredible ability to adjust to a fighter's style and strengths, in just a few rounds, has kept him undefeated. Now, if Mayweather does not need an adjusting period for Canelo's size and power, Canelo has to take full advantage of this time, likely the first 2 or 3 rounds of the fight. Canelo usually sizes up his opponent himself in the first round and gives the rounds to the other fighter. He has to pressure Mayweather in the first few rounds and do anything he can to make Floyd uncomfortable. Now, when Floyd adjusts, as he most certainly will, it will be more difficult to find Mayweather. Now, much less connect on him as well cleanly. I think Mayweather has underrated speed and accuracy, and I think this will make a difference in the fight. If you get Mayweather on the ropes, it's not as effective to swing wildly at his head. You won't touch him. The more effective strategy is to throw well-placed blows to his body. Against his previous opponents, although known as talented defensively Mayweather, Canelo has done good work with his opponent on the ropes. You'll have to land on Mayweather against the ropes as much as possible because Mayweather is extremely difficult to tag, even in the center of the ring. Now, if Canelo is somehow still in the fight, on the scorecards heading into the championship rounds, and Las Vegas judges tend to give close runs to Mayweather anyway because of his excellent punch stats, both for and against, he will have to have something left in the tank. Mayweather's stamina is legendary, while Canelo's stamina has taken a lot of criticism. Cooling from late, great announcer Emmanuel Stewart. Now, Canelo cannot take parts of rounds off, much less whole rounds off, and expect to win the fight. Furthermore, he will have to have plenty left in the tank by the end of the fight after constantly stalking and chasing Mayweather around the ring for several rounds. Now, if Canelo hasn't been able to wear down Mayweather by the 10th round, he won't do it at this point. Calabrios doesn't think Canelo's stamina will hold up. He will have his moments in the fight, particularly using precision punching while Mayweather is against the ropes. But Mayweather will take the last few rounds and win a comfortable, ununanimous decision, while retaining his WBA super light middleweight title and taking Canelo's WBC strap.